Hello, Matt. It's good to see you again. Commiserations about Tuesday night. An awful way to lose such a competitive game. Talk to me about your emotions that evening.
Still probably not over it yet, Ahmed. Very, very hard one to take. Um, First half, I probably was very happy with us without the ball. I thought our shape, our organisation, us nullifying Notts County, who, myself and Jason had watched the previous two games against Altrincham and Barnet, and they were outstanding, to be honest. Free-flowing, excellent side, very good manager. And whoever finishes above them will win the league. They're definitely my favourites for the title. They've recruited well in the summer, and I think they'll definitely be there or thereabouts, if not top of the pile come the end of the season. So we knew we were coming into obviously our toughest test of the season so far, and to come in at half time happy with us without the ball, wasn't particularly happy with us with the ball. I didn't think we passed it well enough or imposed ourselves on them too much. But I think as the second half grew on, I think the last 20 minutes we looked stronger and stronger. We had several chances. We've sort of limited them to having their first chance on target with Dean Bazanis saving at the near post, I think in the 85th minute. They've had a couple of headers from set pieces that have gone over. So they've had a few chances, we've had a few chances, but I probably felt a draw was a fair result overall. And a 0-0 I'd have been delighted with. And to go 10 points through the first four games, I'd been more than happy. But unfortunately, in the 94th minute, to have a sucker punch like that is really hard to take, and sometimes you don't get what you deserve in football, and we didn't get what we deserved in the 94th minute there. So very, very frustrating, but we're sitting here with 9 points after four games, and it's a good start for us. And now we've got a weekend off, looking to move into an FA Cup game, and followed by two tough away games in the league.
Yeah. So touching obviously on before Tuesday, unfortunately we never got the opportunity to get the footage from Weymouth, so I'm gonna have to ask you the same question again. But we touched upon the three games prior to Notts County. Obviously it wasn't a positive result on Tuesday, but there were three different performances against Maidenhead, Aldershot and Weymouth on last Saturday, each of them yielding positive outcomes. But three different performances. You had that second half against Maidenhead, which was very convincing, a good performance. Aldershot was a more scrappy game, but you got over the line in that one. And then Weymouth was more a battle of just stopping the aerial threats and being the dominant force on the ground. And it works. And it works in each of those games. Looking back on that, yes, you mentioned 9 points out of 12 after four games is a good start. It's better than what we had last season. How do you reflect on those three results prior to Tuesday night?
I think we deserve to win all three. A resounding home victory against Maidenhead on the opening day. An excellent first half performance against Aldershot. Weathered their spell for 15 minutes at the start of the second half without conceding a shot on target, which was very pleasing. To fight our way back in and into the game at the second half and get the winner from a set piece was, thoroughly deserved on the night. To then go to Weymouth, and I thought, again, probably took us 10 minutes just to maybe just get into the game. But after that, I thought we dominated throughout. We were on the front foot. We were aggressive in our play. We constantly looked to goal threat. Again, we didn't concede a chance on goal. And the longer the game was going to go on, I was getting more and more frustrated because I think this could have a 0-0 here, and we thoroughly deserved to get the goal from Will Randall, who's been excellent this season, and he deserves his goal. So I was very pleased for Will, and to get a 1-0 win was the least we deserved, really, which took us into Notts County and all I've just said about them and how good I think they are, and then again another top performance, a very, very good performance, but as I say, just didn't get that point we deserved.
Okay, so we move on now to obviously the announcement today regarding the FA Cup. Finally, we find out who will be playing in the fourth qualifying round in 2 weeks' time against, once again, local rivals Bromley. Now, last season in the league, we had two very different games against Bromley. We had 2-0 defeat at home, which I'm sure was not the best match that Sutton played last season, and also the 1-0 win at Hayes Lane. Speak to me about those two fixtures, how you would remember them both.
Yeah, we obviously got beat 2-0 at home from set piece, a free kick and a rebound. Put us 1-0 behind. We didn't do too bad in the game. I think we were really pressing, and I think sort of an error late on sealed the victory for him in a 2-0 win. And again, against a very good side who were flying at the time. It was a bit of a change of positions, really. I think that their form had maybe dipped a little bit second half of the season. We were coming strong. We went to Hayes Lane towards the end of the season in incredibly windy conditions, very difficult conditions, in a scrappy game, and managed to come out top with an Omar goal. So that was very pleasing for us. So, 3 points apiece last year. They've recruited well this summer. They've made some good signings, some experienced Football League players joining their squad. And they'll definitely have expectations to be in and around the playoffs, if not challenging for the league with the signings that they've made. So it's going to be an extremely tough game. But we're at home. We've been doing well. We're on a good run of form. We've been doing well second half of the season. We've started the season well. Just as much as it's going to be a tough game for us, I'm sure they'll be thinking the same. So it'll be very two even sides, I'd imagine, competing to try and push on and get into the first round of the FA Cup, which would be great.
Fantastic. Well, tonight I'm recording this prior to the Larry Pritchard testimonial tonight, and we're going to be showing his game on the show. I wanted to get some words from you about the record appearance holder for Sutton United, especially as you have a veteran in your team and Craig Dundas, who just overtook Mickey Stevens in the rankings for appearances. Speak to me about Larry's influence on you as a player, and how many memories do you have of him?
Well, I've actually, unfortunately, never met personally Larry Pritchard. I've heard the name and so many stories about him, and Mickey Stevens was obviously part of our staff, would know Larry very well. And, being involved in the 1970 FA Cup against Leeds, being the record appearance holder, a goal scoring midfielder, been involved in the coaching setup within the club. I think he even managed the club as well. So he's a name who I've heard so many good things about, and obviously a Sutton legend, if not the biggest Sutton legend. And just hopefully one day when we're allowed fans and supporters and hospitality and everything back open, that one day I'd get the chance to meet him, because he's highly regarded and thought of at the club as a true great, and as manager of the football club. And I like hearing about the history and the past of the football club, and it'd be great to try and meet him one day. And I'd certainly be tuning in tonight to listen to his stories and reflect on being a Tottenham fan as well. And the testimonial in the I think it was in the 80s, wasn't it?
84.
The testimonial 84, when we've got pictures in, we call it Little Undercroft, the little room by the change rooms down there. And there was actually pictures that Mickey Stevens has put up of that game, and likes of Glenn Hoddle, Ozzy Ardiles, and the strong Tottenham team that came down for his testimonial. I'm certainly interested to see that tonight and to listen to his thoughts.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear from him too, so hopefully it's a good one. Finally, obviously, we'll just cover the team again. We still didn't see the likes of Louis John and Ben Goodliff, although Craig Eastman and Kobe have been brilliant throughout the first 4 games of the season and have duly received good acclaim for that. You had an issue with Omar after Aldershot last week, but is there any update? I'm sure, hopefully there's positive news on the horizon in terms of the team.
Yeah. Omar was he declared himself fit. I just felt that with Toby Sho-Silva and Isaac Lafay coming in and doing well at Weymouth, with Omar's injury still being a little bit sore, I decided to go with the same front two at Weymouth and for Omar to come and have an impact. I'm really happy with those 3, and I've got good selection options there, as well as Callum Keeley, who's came on the first game of the season and scored. Craig Dundas has a real impact from us off the bench. So I've got good options up front there. Midfield, I've got Rob Milson, Kenny Davis, Harry Buteman, Craig Eastman, who I'm sure very soon will be pushing back into midfield. Got great options. Harry can also play wide to challenge Will Randall and David Ajiboye. So I'm really healthy and pleased with the competition in my squad. And then just centre-half areas, Ben Goodliff, I've put him on the bench just as a little bit of security. Kobe had a slight tightness in his hamstring, but nothing of real concern, and that will settle down with our 10 days off now in between the 2 games. So Kobe Rowe will be completely fine for Bromley, and has been outstanding this season and certainly got the shirt. But Ben Goodliffe, Louis John. Louis got every chance of being fit for the Bromley game. Ben Goodliffe is fit. So it's only really probably a 50-50 with Louis John. Would be the only member of the squad that is in 50-50 chance of being involved against Bromley. So apart from that, a fully fit, healthy squad, ready to go into obviously a tough FA Cup game, and then Yeovil away on the Tuesday and Wrexham away on the Saturday. So as I said, with that pleasing competition and strength, fitness, power that we've got in our team to be able to be flexible in our team selection, that we are going to have to use our squad wisely for those 3 games in a week.
All right. Well, Matt, pleasure as always having you here, and hopefully the viewers who will be watching the show will be glad to have you as part of it. But thank you for talking to us, and we'll speak to you next week.
Brilliant, Ahmed. I look forward to tonight soon.
Cheers, pal.
Speak to you soon.
See you soon.